Hey, thanks for joining. Today we're going to dig into the transmission on a 2007 CBR1000. There's a bushing inside this. If we get that out, then we can get the chain off right now. The engine doesn't need to be removed from the bike to service the transmission. If you need to see how to remove the clutch first, click the link at the top right of the screen for that video. And remember, you've got two slits on this. The other side does not have any slits, so that's the way that it goes in. The slits were facing out. Pop the chain. While we're in here, we can pull our starter gear. Now we'll move on to pulling apart the shifting assembly over here. Now this should just pull right out. You may want to hold the spring as you're pulling on it. There's a small washer here that goes on the end of that shifter shaft. So that'll go right there. I'm going to keep that with it. And then we're going to want to unbolt this side of the gear shifting cam. Make sure you don't lose this small pin in the end of the gear shifting cam. Now we'll remove the transmission from the engine. First thing I'm going to do is pull the neutral switch right here. I'm not sure if it'll be in the way or not, but it doesn't hurt just to pop it out. Now we're going to remove the 12mm bolts holding the transmission in. Now I'm going to take my seal puller so I can get behind this plate and get it to separate. What you're about to see is the gears in the gear shifting cam. What happens is, as you turn the cam, it moves the shifting forks, which engages different gears in the transmission while it's turning. We pull the whole transmission out as one unit. If we don't need to service this, it'll be fine. Just make sure that you don't let your dowel pins drop here for your shifting forks. It's really not that hard to put back together. Hey, I'd like to just jump in here. If you're enjoying this video, if it's helping you out, please like, and if you would, subscribe. If you think you could use more of my videos, I would really appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. Now we're going to put our transmission back in the bike. Here it is. It came out as one assembly. You can see the gear shifting cam is still in. Everything's all still together, so we should just be able to slide this right in and then bolt it down. I've got our transmission bolts right here. And torque spec on these is 22 foot-pounds. Back over here on this side, we can start reassembling the gear shifting mechanism. So there's a hole in there, a pin in the end of your cam. Slide that in. Put your bolt back in. This is 17 foot-pounds. I think should just knock down in the first gear on that. Yep, that's okay. Now we got our shifter shaft. There is a thrust washer. It goes right underneath there. Now we can add our cover plate back on here. 4 bolts to hold it on. These should be 7 foot-pounds. Start getting this clutch on. I'm going to start by putting the oil pump chain in place, or at least close to it. Then we've got the drive gear for that. So there's a bushing inside. It's got 2 cutouts. Those are facing towards the outside of the engine. So I'm going to slide this on together. Actually, I'm going to pull this right out for now. Set this on and get it on the gear here. At the same time, I'm going to get it on the oil pump gear. And then we'll slide the bushing into the center. And ensure that we're on the gear, we're good. And then again, if you need to see how to assemble the clutch, check my other video, which is at the link in the top right of the screen. Check out the complete playlist of disassembling and reassembling this bike and the engine.